Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. We've got a route choice task today. This is from Snowdonia. We're using the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000 map. So the question is, what is the best route to get from A here to this little water feature here at B? So taking into consideration ease of navigation, safest route, quickest route, and things that are going to help you along the way, such as tick off features, attack points, what's going to tell you you've gone too far, and think about, would you take a different route in poor visibility? So what are our options? Well, straight away you might think the most obvious line is to pick up this black dashed line, which is a path, and simply follow it, heading westwards to this junction, turn right, find this junction and head down the hillside, and either continue on the path until we hit this stream here and simply turn right, find that junction, follow this stream up and in, or depending on the terrain, follow this stream down into that junction and back in. So looks fairly straightforward navigationally. Once you pick up this path, you're on a path. We'd have to be careful that we didn't overshoot this junction here or this junction here, and make sure we just tick off these streams as we go on. So that shouldn't be too difficult. But is it the most direct route, or is it the easiest route? So if we go from here on the 750 meter contour, and to get the path, we're going up over Folgoch, and we're adding 50 meters of ascent just to lose it again going down the other side. So could we, rather than going up to the path and over the top, could we just simply stay on the same contour around, and then pick up the path there? So that might save us a bit of effort. We don't know from the map whether what the running's like, whether it's nice short grass or not. We can see we've got this bouldery ground here, but it looks like there may be a line underneath without getting into too much rocky ground. And then when we get to here, rather than continuing up the other side and picking this path up, could we simply drop down this stream or reentrant here and then pick up that stream and follow that in that way? It's certainly shorter that way, and it avoids that extra climb over the summit here. In terms of navigation, well, as long as we stay on this contour, then we're going to hit this path on the other side. If we find ourselves running on flat ground with these ponds, then we've obviously gone too far. So follow that along, and then as the ground starts to rise here, instead of rising, we could just set a bearing just slightly to the west of north and find this and then follow it in. And as long as we pick up this stream, we've got this obvious bend in the stream here, and the distance from that to our destination is only 200 meters, so we could pace out 200 meters or count your time for 200 meters and know that we're very, very close. Also, we start to hit the rocky ground there. We've got rocky ground on both sides, so as we hit that, we know our destination is just off to the left. If we did overshoot and come down, we could hit this stream junction here. That tells us we've gone too far, and also when the stream starts to head back eastwards, that's too far as well. So navigationally, we've certainly got these features to help us go in that way. So pros and cons of each. If we just have a look at the first route, the blue line going up and over, we can see that the distance for that is about 2¼ kilometers. Total ascent of 77 meters, and this software is working out that it would take roughly 16 minutes, running at 6 minutes per kilometre pace and adding a bit of time for the ups. What about the shorter route, or the route that avoids going over the summit? Well, there you can see it's only 1.8 kilometres, only a climb of 27 metres, and running at the same pace, and taking into account ascent, then this puts us into about 12 minutes. So you've got choices: slightly longer, slightly more hilly, but the natural inclination, I suppose, is to find a path. But if you're confident in your navigation, you don't always need to find the path. We've got some great big features that we can navigate by, certainly in good weather. In bad visibility, you might think, right, well, I'm going to stick to the path because it's going to take me close, and I don't have to maybe worry about finding this too much, but it shouldn't be too difficult. We've got a big lake there, or a large water feature that we could use to navigate down, so it isn't probably too difficult to do that. So it's always worth thinking of other options rather than just immediately going for the obvious line. It might be that we can find a shorter or a slightly more efficient way of getting there. There are other ways of doing it, but those are the two obvious ones. So I hope that gave you some food for thought. Thanks for watching, and look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.